So we're going to be converting measurements today, which means that you're going to have to go from one unit of measurement to another. The first thing that we're going to convert on example 1 is gallons to quarts. Now, does anybody know how to go from gallons to quarts? You kind of do, but do you know how many quarts are in a cup?
4.
There are 4 quarts in a cup. And do you know how many cups? I reversed that. I said that backwards. How many cups are in a quart? 16. All right. Do you know how many quarts are in a gallon?
4.
There are 4 quarts in a gallon. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. So since we're just going from gallons to quarts, all you have to do on this one is multiply. So let's... 16 cups in a quart. Or maybe there's 4. I have to remember. We're going to make a chart that has it all. Yeah, we're going to make a chart because these aren't something that you just remember. Yes. It's in the tray. It's in the crate that says pre-AP Algebra 1. Alright, so let's open this one. The first Flappy. Alright, so we're going from the one that says pre-AP Algebra 1, and it's on the 14th. Alright, so it's 22 gallons to quarts. So we start by writing 22 gallons. Is it off again? Oh, there it goes. Okay, hang on. Alright, so there's 22 gallons, and we always put it with a 1. Because all whole numbers are divisible by 1. It's invisible. Alright, so to convert and to get rid of this, you have to divide by gallons. The reason we have to divide is because remember when we did this worksheet? And to get rid of the circle, we divided by circle. And then to get rid of the square, we divided by square. Alright, so we have 1 gallon. And there are 4 quarts in a gallon. Look for the one that says 14th. Open it.
Dig in it. I got it.
Wait just a minute. Okay, I'm probably going to answer it, but let me just finish explaining this. Now, the reason we do this is because we're trying to cancel out the gallons. Now, the gallons are canceled because gallon divided by gallon goes away. Does everybody understand? Now, what unit of measurement is left? And isn't that what we're trying to get to? So now all you do is multiply. What's 1 times 1? So we don't need that in the denominator. What's 22 times 4? Thank you. We didn't need a calculator for that, did we? 88 quarts. That's all you do. Okay. No. It's kind of like proportions, but we don't have an equal sign. So on proportions, we set them equal to each other, and we had to have gallons and gallons on top, right? But this time we're multiplying ratios. So we're trying to cancel out our denominators and numerators. So we're trying to cancel it to get our last unit of measurement that we're trying to convert to. Yes?
So did you cross multiply and then multiply again? Or?
No, I just multiplied straight across.
And would it be, let's say like you had 2 at the bottom, would it be 88?
Divided by 2.
You would just divide it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we're going to do one of those in a minute. Does anybody else have any questions? Why are you talking while I'm talking? The next one says, how many fluid ounces does a 2 liter of bottle of soda hold? Okay, so we don't have a conversion for ounces to liters, but we do have one for ounces to cups and then cups to liters. So do you know how many cups are in a liter?
2 here is the biggest.
36. 4.
That's
No,
4
8.
quarts.
32.
64.
4.23.
How many pints are there?
Easy math.
Easy. 4.23.
I'm going to move it in just a second. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay, So there's 4.23 cups in a liter. Now, we're trying to go from liters to ounces, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys know how many ounces are in a cup?
60.
8.
8. Yes, good. Take a point.
6.2.
You didn't say 8.
I did.
No, you
swear I
didn't. You
did.
said it after we all said it. That's not how it works. Okay, so we know how to go from liters to cups, and we know how to go from cups to ounces. So this is what it's going to look like when you work it out. Now, you start with what they give you. So they gave us 2 liters, right? So we write 2 liters, and what did I tell you to always put it with?
1.
Or 1. What am I holding on to? Alright, so now we need to cancel liters. Now our first unit of measurement that we wrote on the front was liters to cups, right?
Yeah.
So if liters is on top over here, where is it going to go in this fraction? On the bottom. So 1 liter is how many cups? 4.23 cups. Take a point. Not you. That was eyes.
What's that thing? What's that thing in the middle?
This is a star for multiplication.
I thought mine is
So we wrote down, because we don't have a measurement from going to ounces to liters. Well, we could figure it out, but that's what we're doing here. But we do know that there are 8 ounces in a cup, and there are 4.23 cups in a liter. That's what we wrote down to begin with. So we start by doing our first conversion. We're trying to get rid of liters. So we say 2 liters divided by 1 times 4.23 cups divided by a liter.
wow, that was very fast.
2 liters divided by 1 times 4.23 cups divided by 1 liter.
So it's basically
The reason that we're not done. We're not done. We're trying to get to ounces. I'm just explaining the first step. So the reason we did this is because we're trying to cancel our liters.
So what are we left?
We're not there yet. Right now we're left with cups.
Yeah.
2 times 4.23, but we're not done. We're trying to go from cups to ounces. So stop. Now, we're not done because we need to get to ounces. Do we know how many ounces are in a cup? How many? All right, so since cups are on top right here, what's going to go on bottom? So 1 cup is 8 ounces. All right, Ravenclaw, I'm tired of it. 2 of you go back there to Durmstrang. I don't care which 2, and sit in separate seats. 2 of you go, because y'all have had enough. Steven, you need to move over because y'all are talking to each other the whole time. What are you lost on? We're trying to go from cups to ounces, okay?
I just don't like changing from liters to cups to ounces.
But that's what we're doing. That's the whole point of the lesson. Sweet Jesus. And we're only on the second problem.
I can't handle that though. I can't. Like you can't handle something.
Stop. So, we're left with cups. We're trying to go to ounces. So we divide by cups so that they can cancel and die. We're trying to get rid of them and have only ounces left. Does everybody see that ounces is the only unit of measurement left? Okay. Now, what do the stars mean? So we're going to multiply everything on top. Everything on top. Multiply it.
67.7.
The units cancel out, baby. The unit measurement. That's what we're trying to do, is get rid of the unit measurement. That's wrong.
That's wrong.
They're not irrelevant. They're cancel. I need you to write it like this. Thank you. They're not irrelevant. They're canceling it out. That's what we're using to convert. Now, last week when we did this, we had this. We needed to get rid of circle, so we divided by circle. We needed to get rid of square, we divided by square. We were left with rectangle. Does everybody understand? We were trying to get to heart divided by lightning bolt. We got rid of the octagons. We got rid of the stars. We now have heart divided by lightning bolt left. Now, we were trying to figure out what our answer was going to be here. We got rid of this. And then we got rid of diamonds because we can cross divide. Left is circle.
So in the answer, 67 times 68 is ounces.
It's ounces. You have to put the unit. I will not give you full credit if you do not put the unit. Does everybody understand? Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if this will ever like actually happen, but it's 67.68 ounces and 8 ounces is 1 cup.
Mhm.
Would there be like a case where you have to convert it to cups?
Yes. That's a different problem.
Okay.
He's being annoying. The next one. Are we ready for the next one? Does anybody have any questions? Are we sure? Okay. Now, next we're going from the length of a football field in inches. Now, what is a football field measured in? It's yards, okay? So we're going from yards to inches. Does everybody know how many feet are in a yard?
3.
Okay, hallelujah. Let's open this. Are we ready? Now, it told us that a football field is 120 yards. Why is it 120 yards? Add the end zones. Hallelujah. So our end result needs to be inches. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
So what are we starting with?
Inches. Yards. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, dude.
Nope. That's minus 3.
Oh, that already
Can I just do 3 push-ups?
Nope.
30 push-ups. No, it's... No.
Who is that y'all you mean? Who is that y'all you mean?
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
I said you. I mean... I'm going to my work. That's great.
No. Alright, so can we go from yards directly to inches, or do we need to convert it to something else in the middle?
Convert it to feet.
To convert it to feet, alright? So, if yards is on top right here, what's going to be on top on the, what's going to, blah, 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 blah.
Yards is at the bottom.
Thank you.
You help you out.
So it's 1 yard, and how many feet? 3. Just threw my pencil. 3 feet. Okay, baby. We know that because we're trying to go from yards to inches. And we know that we can't do that unless we convert it to feet first.
Whatever's on top first.
The reason we know that is because we know that there are 3 feet in a yard. And then there are 12 inches in a foot.
So when he says 36 inches in a yard, give me a high five, please. No, I want a real one.
No, we're not touching. Then it's not even a joke. Ever.
Why can't I touch you?
Nope.
I mean, not.
No, we're not doing that either.
Ooh, let's high five.
There is something wrong with you. No. All right. Okay, so now we have gotten rid of our yards. We've killed them. What do we need to kill next? We need to kill feet. So is feet going to go on top or on bottom? So 1 foot, and what are we going to convert that to?
Inches.
How many?
Then you cancel that out, right? You cancel the out.
Yes. And now, what do we do with all those numbers?
You multiply.
And what unit is left? What's the only thing left?
4,328 inches.
Will you give us like?
No. I'm sorry. There is something wrong with you.
How are we supposed to figure it out? Like let's
We're gonna have a conversion chart thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on Google Classroom and I'm gonna finish making it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you think it's Hello, today we'll be learning about
It's gonna be up there.
what is the measurements
Alright, stop. Let's look at example 4. So what are we converting from in example 4?
a model airplane feet to seconds
Feet per second to miles per hour. Okay, so let's open this. No. Alright, so we are starting with what? This one is a little bit...
Seconds. It's no. Yeah, it's seconds. You're going backwards.
So we're going to start with feet, and we're going to convert that to miles. And then I'm going to convert seconds to hours. Yes.
You know how you say miles per hour? Do we really do a miles like per hour? Like that's like
It goes 1 mile per
I know you
hour.
get what I'm saying.
You don't have
Like when you're driving a car, you're going 140 miles per hour. What does that really mean?
That you're going to go 140 miles an hour? What is this?
Exactly like what I'm saying. No, I got it. No, I do what it
Every hour
means.
you have that.
If you're going 20 miles an hour, it means.
That's
Why
how
you
you
guys
do
do
it.
it?
Oh, you're going 140 miles. No.
That's minus 1.
Why are you in this class?
Y'all have to circle minus 1 because he just called him the S word.
That's not what I had to ask.
You called him the S word, so circle minus 1.
He deserves it.
Okay, stop. Now,
That's not my question. That's not my question.
now we have 22 feet in 2 seconds. Okay, so let's start by converting feet to miles first, because that's what we're trying to do. Is everybody with me? Now that we know that 140 miles per hour means you go 140 miles in an hour.
That's not my question. Can I ask my actual question?
Please.
Okay, listen. Okay. All right, listen. So, all right, listen. Okay, so you know how there's RPM, right? Yeah, like she said.
Okay, let's go back to this.
A lot more revisions per minute.
She wants to find some buffalo.
No, I'm a vegetarian.
Oh, yeah. For real? What is vegetarian? Like 25.
Alright, I'm working this problem out without you. Do y'all know how many feet are in a mile?
No.
5,380. Are you gonna play it against?
She played it.
So we're going from feet to miles. And that's what I did. I got rid of my feet, I converted it, there's miles left on top. Now I need to go from seconds to hours. Do you know how to do that? What do we have to convert it to first?
Minutes.
Okay, so since seconds is on bottom, it's going to be on top over here. So there are 60 seconds in 1 minute. Did we get rid of our seconds unit? So we can cross those off. Now, have we converted to hours yet? Okay, so we're going to multiply. And how many minutes are in an hour? So there's 60 minutes, and it goes on top. 1 hour. Pardon? What about it?
We still have it.
It's right here. We're not trying to get rid of that because that's what our end measurement needs to be in. And we're left with an hour. So now multiply everything on top, then multiply everything on bottom, and you're going to get a fraction as your answer to begin with. Stop.
She heard it. Oh, wait, I don't know. Did you hear what? Then you divide it.
It's not over anything.
You don't survive.
Sweet cow.
We're not.
I multiply.
We do eat.
Like with Y for this problem.
Oh, I got it.
I figured it out.
All right, now what do we do? What do we do with those two numbers?
You divide, I mean, you get 7.5.
You do. You get 7.5 miles per hour.
So that means you're gonna drive 7.5 miles in an hour.
Yes.
And your wheels aren't rotating because it's a model airplane.
They're just like-
It's a model airplane.
Oh, and the question.
What is your question? Like, are you about to die?
Oh my.
Yeah.
So that means
Leave your
it's
pass out.
wings on one.
Take the G. Alright, so now that we have converted from feet to miles and seconds to hours, I want you to do the opposite on example 5 with your table. Without me.
Convert 100.
After we do this, would you want us to like cancel out the miles?
Alright, look at the board. So you start by writing 110 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And we're converting miles to feet. We know how many feet are in a mile because we just did that. And I told you that it's the reverse of what we just did. So if miles is on top, that means it's going to be on bottom over here. So you would flip this. Boom, look at me go. Because it's the reverse of what we just did.
I did it once.
And I forgot to write my measurements. Alright, now, what do I have to convert from there? Okay, we have feet. I need to convert the hour to seconds. So, if hour is on bottom, I'm going to convert it to minutes first. How many minutes are in an hour? So, it's going to be 1 hour on top, 60 minutes on bottom. Did anybody get that part right? Look at you go. I'll give you your own number strip and you can have a point for your team.
Thank you.
Not anybody else but her. And we just did this. No, they are their own team now, so because y'all can't sit together as normal human beings. So we can erase their names. So we erase their names. Yep. Alright, now I've converted hours, but I'm trying to go to seconds. So how do I convert minutes?
You put it on top right here.
Like that?
There you go. Yes, ma'am.
Now, what do I do with all that information? Multiply. Multiply.
Wait, where's my calculator? Give me my calculator.
But this is a big number.
No, this is a number type shit. Sorry.
I was close.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
How does it count?
Washers? Okay. Alright, good talk.
We got a 6.
Pardon?
Wait, why don't you write that?
Go over it again? Okay. Okay, so let's walk through it one more time. We're converting miles per hour to feet per second. So the first thing we do is we convert miles to feet. If miles is on top, we're going to put it on bottom over here. We know that 1 mile is 5,280 feet. We cross divide, we cancel out our miles. Is everybody with me? That's the unit that we want to get to on feet, so we leave it alone. Now we look at our hours. We're trying to go from hours to seconds. First, we have to convert it to minutes. How many minutes are in an hour? So we put 1 hour on top so that they can cancel and kill each other, and we put minute on bottom. Now we're trying to go from minutes to seconds. So we put minutes on top and 60 seconds. Great. I'm super proud. There's 60 seconds on bottom. We are left with the units that we want. Feet and seconds, so we stop. We multiply everything on the top, and we get 580,800. And we multiply everything together on the bottom, and we get 3,600. Then we divide. Now, in the top drawer of your tower are sheets that are paper clipped, or binder clipped rather, with pre-AP. They're not going to be in y'all's. Ashlyn, you'll have to get it from...
Slide it that way a little bit.
You'll have to get it from them, please. There are 2... You need 2 sheets apiece, guys. 2 sheets apiece. We're going to try to start it right now if we can ever get to it. Does everybody have enough? All right, is there any extras? Give me that binder clip here. Anybody else have extras? Hey, where's your binder clip, babe? Just leave it in there. Just making sure. Alright, let's look at the first one together. It says to convert minutes to seconds. Therefore, we're going to set it up just like we did the others. We're going to do 20 minutes divided by 1 times. Alright, how do we cancel minutes? Do we put it on top or bottom? And what goes on top? How many? And then what do we do with those 2 things?
You cross out. Then you multiply. Then you get 1,200 seconds. There you go.
Are you? Like a shaker? Oh, 1. 1. Alright, let's convert seconds to hours. We start with 75 seconds. What do we need to convert that to first? Minutes. Alright, is seconds going to go on top or on bottom? What goes on top? No. And then we convert minutes to what? And this is why we can't have nice things, children. Multiply straight across. Hours is left. Tonight, do 1 through 12. It'll help if you practice that way for when you get to the harder ones on the back. That's why we're starting off with the easy ones, building to that.